Alright, so before we begin, let me tell a quick joke. What does Yoda say when he sees himself in 4K? HDMI? Alright, well that was a stupid idea. I thought I'd shoot a video while I was on a coaster, but G-forces took hold and ended that discussion. Anyway, talking about home videos. His quick encapsulation of the history. Not sure if everyone knows. If not, we'll just recap it real quick. Went from film and slides to VHS, Betamax, over to DVDs, Blu-rays, and HD. Kind of duked it up for a while. Ended up with Blu-rays, which then transitioned to forms of streaming and different codecs. Nowadays, there's basically two options. You can either purchase videos and have them in a streaming provider's video on demand platform, or you could rip them and put them in iTunes on a local area network client server within your house, and or there's another popular one called Plex. Those are basically the options that you have nowadays. All right, so a little bit of backstory on where we currently are and how we got here. Back about 7 years ago, Sony started a initiative called Ultraviolet. The concept was to make videos and their rights portable between video on demand vendors, and it was relatively successful, but Disney refused to join. They had their own technology called KeyChest, and KeyChest and Ultraviolet were kind of going back and forth for a while, and there was a question about who was actually going to win it out. Kind of like back in the Blu-ray and HD DVD days, someone had to win. And what happened, I think it was about 3 years ago, on the same day, Apple, Google, and Amazon all announced on the same day that they were going with the Disney's KeyChest technology, which then became rebranded as Movies Anywhere. So now if you buy a DVD nowadays, Blu-ray, it's going to come with a little blue M icon, and that's your way of making your videos portable among video on demand vendors. Okay, so it's pretty well been consolidated. There's a few studios that are holdouts. I think it's Universal and Paramount are the two that are not Movies Anywhere currently, but Warner Brothers, Disney and all their brands, and a few of the what they call baby major studios, I think is what they're called. Oh boy, the name escapes me. Anyway, some of the baby major studios also participate in the Movies Anywhere, and eventually that's where everything's going to land. Regardless, that's not where the current debate stands. Really, where the current debate stands and why the whole Movies Anywhere initiative occurred and got consolidated very quickly was because the movie industry was seeing that people were moving away from purchasing movies. You know, it used to be a VHS in a box sitting on a bookshelf, and then DVDs and Blu-rays, and everyone was going to the store, Walmart, and buying their DVDs and putting them on their bookshelves. They were purchasing movies. Nowadays, people are just living with what they call smorgasbord streaming providers like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and ways of streaming movies that you don't actually own the movies, you just see what's available that month. Obviously Disney Plus, all these providers are queued up to provide content in a revolving fashion, kind of like a smorgasbord or a buffet. You don't know what's going to be on the menu, but you get to choose some things that are on the menu that day. If you own movies, then you're going to have your choices fixed, because you will have pre-purchased them and you'll have them populated. So the two technologies now is whether or not you're going to be streaming in a smorgasbord fashion or using video on demand. And really it's a personal choice. Me, with my meticulous nature, I like to own my movies. And so probably about 8 years ago, I started the process of converting my DVDs to video on demand using one of the providers called Voodoo that allows you to take the SPID, which is a identifier on a DVD, and convert it for an administrative fee of about $2 into their platform. I did it very slowly and converted my whole DVD collection into their platform, and it works really well is also kind of future-proofs it because you could upgrade it to the new technologies. So anyway, it's a personal choice, and unless you're into like steel case DVDs for collector editions, there's not really any reason to purchase DVDs anymore, at least in my opinion. You should probably choose whether or not your lifestyle is more prone towards the smoke sport approach with large content providers doing streaming, or if you want to do video on demand where you're purchasing your content and then it'll be cross-platform to Google, including YouTube and Google Play. It'll be on Apple's iMovies, and it'll be on Vudu. It'll be on Amazon, and if you buy it one time, and it automatically ports among all those as long as you link your Movies Anywhere account to all those different providers. So if you want to purchase, like me, I recommend, in order to future-proof your collection, purchase in 4K any title that you wish to purchase. Now, you may not want to purchase. You might want to go with what the movie industry is fearing, which is not own movies and just stream whatever is available that month, and just kind of a revolving content approach. If you wanted to rip your collection and not put it on a video demand platform, you could also do that. In my opinion, that's a lot of work. It's more geared towards the hobbyist. And if that's your thing, if you want to set up a local area network and have a client server environment within your house, streaming to little sticks on your TVs or link them up to computers, then you can do that. In my opinion, it's a little too much work than I care to engage in. So using Plex or Apple iTunes in order to consolidate in a local area network client server technology in my house, to me, is just, it doesn't make sense. I'm just going to pay $2 per title for any DVD that I have and send it up into the cloud. And from now on, I'm going to purchase everything in 4K and just have a collection that's building over time. You can do as you wish. It's free world. Plenty of options out there, and tailor suited to whatever your flavor of the day may be. Enjoy.